Welcome and good evening to Adventures in DeFi Kingdoms. This is Raph streaming to you live, high above the keep in the hot air balloon. Tonight, as always, I have the Neindorf with me. Neindorf, how you doing?
Doing great, ready to talk some DFK.
Let's go. All right, so let's go ahead and kick things off. Well, actually, let's start with some housekeeping first. If you won something, if your name got spun on the wheel last time, make sure that you hit us up on Discord for your prize. We had a lot of technical glitches last time. It seems that my ISP is doing a little better this time than I did the last time. So thank you everyone for hanging in there with us, and hopefully this continues to go smoothly tonight. So if you won something last week, make sure you reach out to us. We don't DM you first, you DM us first, please, and we'll try to get that squared away. We will be doing another giveaway later tonight. And we're trying to keep things a little on the briefer side. So we're going to try to stick to 30 minutes if we can tonight. So, Neindorf, what is our question of the day?
Yeah, okay. So today's question. Do you have any heroes that you would consider alphas in DFK? The monsters, top dog heroes. I
Top
think it's
dog
kind of a
heroes.
yeah, it's one of those things that we talk about our some of our favorites along the way, but these aren't necessarily favorites because nostalgia. These are just beasts. So what do you got?
Um, yeah, I don't believe that I do. I have a hero that I hope could be on his way, but he's quite young. He's a level 7 Dark Knight, so he's not very high up there. When I've looked at my favorite hero was a thief that I had that was a perilous journey survivor, and I've been going for that luck maximization. He's had some good level ups, some good rolls, but even with the maximum, level ups, I think he's gonna struggle to, uh, get close to what some of the luck maxi thieves out there actually have at level 20. I've done some of that kind of math calculating ahead of time, so no, I don't. But let's go into your explanation or our explanation of what would you consider to be an alpha hero.
Yeah, so I think right now the simplest way to think of it is, what's like the best single stat hero or who's got the most HP or MP. I think that's probably the very simplest way to do this. And I'm sure, oh, that's pretty funny. I'm pretty sure that there's other ways that will come out in the future. But I think for now, until all the class codexes are released, that's like the one fair playing ground, and we can use to compare every hero against.
So when we're thinking top heroes, we're comparing them to class and level. Is that correct?
And eventually, yes. So he's got a screenshot. I'm still working this feature, but yes, I think there will be an overall alphas. Like, what are the top 10 strength heroes in the game? And then eventually we'll break it down even further, like you're saying. So, what is the strongest warrior at level 15, say? So I think we're gonna, that's at least the plan at this point is to have different breakdowns. So you might be able to claim the level 15 mantle as alpha, but you level up to 16 and all of a sudden you're dethroned. So that's kind of the game we want to play. We want to kind of see how these heroes migrate in and out of the top 10 lists over time.
Yeah, I love this. All right, so let me go ahead and share the screen of what we've been cooking up here. All right, so right now I'm looking at a future page that we're developing, and this is an ADFK alphas page. This is going to be content that we share out there with everyone, and this is focusing on the strength stat. And so the number one hero out there, the alpha of the alphas, he is 87 in strength stat, and we're going to eventually go to the top 10 in each stat, and the top 10 for each stat in each class for each level on the way up. And one of the things that I love about this is, when we are going through the box plots and the statistics, you and I were really kind of nerding out with the box plots, and this distills it down into, are you top 10 or not? And one of the parts of this that I love that we're working on is this badge icon for representing, people that are top 10. And how are they going to be able to see this, Neindorf?
Yeah, what we really want to do is on the hero data page that everybody's used to. Right now, you just see the static hero image. In the future, we want to jazz that up a bit. A couple of the ideas we have are A, if there's a pet bound, we want to maybe put a little mini version of the pet kind of in the corner of the hero so you kind of can easily see that. But the other cool idea here is that what if we put a badge like that, say that A for the by the ADFK alphas up there
Uh huh.
near your hero, kind of like the PJ badge in game, so that anybody who visits the site and looks at your hero, if it's an alpha, will see that alpha badge. And I think that's the bragging rights that everyone's looking for.
Yeah. Maddie asking a good question. Cool feature. Where's my wisdom priest? Um, so we're
Well, let's
yeah.
see.
Let's see if we can figure that. What level's your priest, Maddie?
So looks like wisdom, the bar is pretty high. The number one hero in the game is a summoner with 81 wisdom.
Okay, so Maddie's level 11 right now. So
Oh, he's got a ways to go.
you got a ways to go to get up to that level 20, but we will be rolling out a feature where you can calculate the alphas page per level. And so don't worry, I'm confident that you'll be able to get a badge for that.
Yeah, and we'll have to see how granular we go too. I've contemplated doing um like levels 10 and below, 15 and below, and 20 below,
Uh huh.
because every level you hero population really starts to break down. Because at the high levels there's still not a ton of heroes out there.
Right.
So we'll have to see how it works and what people want. Honestly, we're building this so people can gloat over their heroes. So if we want to do every level so that gives you a better chance to show up on a list sometime, I can totally get that. But that also makes the field pretty huge too, as far as hero count.
Yeah. And I just want to emphasize, like you said, we're trying to roll this out as a feature for our site first. But our dream is that this could somehow be integrated in game in the future. So Christian Peter just saying, "What's up, fam?" Christian Peter, this is a request for you. Um, I know that the team has asked before, like, would any third party developers be interested in like a C Jewel power up or an S Jewel power up or something like that? I think this would be pretty cool if we could build an ADFK alphas kind of badge that could show up on your hero in game. If you are the top 10 of a stat, you get a badge, just like that PJ Survivor badge. And that's information that, as you're scouring the tavern, could be very valuable. There could be some heroes that are underappreciated. I mean, your paladin that you have, like, he's an alpha when it comes to HP and vitality, right?
Yeah, he's getting up there, and I think he's level 16. So I got a little ways. I was looking at this earlier. The top hero in the game's got over 2,000 HP, which is absolutely insane. I think it's 2,000 and let me find it now. Now I'm curious again. It is so many. 2,006 HP, a pure paladin. Uh,
Love
so
it.
crazy. 2,000. Yeah, my guy's sitting at 1,400 at level 16. So if he hits the big on the next four, I think I'll surpass this. I could be, and he's a common paladin. That's the other just hilarious part of it.
That's
The
awesome.
guy that I'm up against is mythic, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that highlights a great point that as we're in the first 20 levels of a game, there is a lot of RNGesus that plays into every basic level up that you have, especially when it comes to health and MP. Um, those are governed completely by, well, not completely by RNG, but your whether it's a small, a medium, or regular, and a large chance, that's all RNG. And then it takes your stats, your base stats as a multiplier. So I mean, you've been getting some big boy level ups for sure there.
Yeah, and that's a good point too. Crystals at level up time are used to boost stat percentages. Wouldn't it be interesting if you could make a crystal that would boost MP and HP percentages of the larger?
Ooh,
How much would those crystals be worth?
very fascinating. Um, would love to see if that could work. That would be a great in-game feature. Um, if only we could develop some kind of mini game to build those. That would be
You're
our, our
right.
our our dream in the future. All right, so this is I'm really excited about this feature. We're continuing to build off of statistics and box plots. We know that box plots can be pretty boring for some out there, and I don't blame you. They are. Um, and so this is an easy way to get a badge about what's going on in the game, looking at a hero and trying to understand how they stack up compared to the other heroes out there, trying to prepare people for how do you get that competitive edge when you're going for PvE or PvP in the future. Really, the last topic that I had, you shared something in our chat in Discord tonight, and it was a comment that Bolon made, right? And it had to deal with hero deaths. What was that?
Right. So I was just kind of lurking around the main Discord, uh, and I just happened to stumble upon a comment. I kind of scroll pretty fast and look for the colored names. So if I see someone from the team pop out, I like pause and read it. And yeah, it was Bolon himself. I'm I was kind of surprised when I saw what he said, but effectively he says that death mechanics for PvP are in the plans. So simple as that. And I was like, well, wait, what? It's like we knew Hubert had kind of hinted at there being a hero burn mechanic. I don't think we knew it was PvE related. I think that was news to me.
That was news to me as well. Does this mean that this is happening? I brought it up on screen.
Yes,
Do you feel like this could be those mechanics that were hinted towards in the development of the next hunt, like
very
that haven't been
possible.
implemented yet? I mean we're getting into entirely reckless speculation territory now, but um, if your heroes, I think of what this would will do for the economy. Cannot wait for this. We have a hero glut, and materials are deflationary in value. We do not
Yep.
have crafting genes yet, and so we can't construct materials. So really, the only thing that we can do is make lesser crystals, or excuse me, lesser stones and potions. We're about ready to get potions in game. It's going to be bring your own potion. If they add this as well, this will bring up the price of materials, and this will bring up the floor price of heroes. Um, and what would be really cool, you've been a huge advocate for kind of the select your own hero to burn feature. I wish that somehow they could incorporate that idea that you had, like you talked about that months ago, um,
Right.
and the death mechanics of PVE, so you could go send your alpha that we're showing on the alphas page. But if you get wrecked by the mad cactus or whatever the future enemy is,
Uh,
and you die, and let's say your mythic dread knight that is showing here, you got Uno Prix full beard kicks the can. That'll really suck, right? Um,
yes.
and so, what if you could go sacrifice, 20 levels worth of heroes in their place to keep them alive, to go to fight another round? I mean, and with this, new combat, with this new PvE, you're unlocking the next level of weapon or whatever that sick item is. All of a sudden, I mean, this could turn around the economy overnight. So, again, full reckless speculation. We have zero insider information on this. Just trying to have fun with some ideas and really playing off of what Bolon said that uh, death mechanics for PvE are in the plans. And so, we don't know if that's this next PVE match or if that's, a year from now.
Right. And I think, it kind of has my head swirling a little bit. Like, obviously, I kind of agree. And I see Mel Green Giant saying that it's probably not this next hunt, especially how he phrased it in the plans. But would you take heroes on a boar hunt if they could die and there wasn't some sort of resurrection where you could bring them back by sacrificing other heroes? That's a hard one. Like, I love that this game is going to go that route though potentially where you have to make these really hard choices. So I'm actually thinking that this is a sweet little gem here, and I'm sure it'll be a little while, but this is what we're here for. We want to be able to see these hard choices and how are people going to strategize around them
Yeah. I feel like you're going to have to be able to save those heroes with potatoes. Otherwise,
because of how much people have invested. I mean,
yeah.
honestly,
Otherwise, they just won't go for it. And what a good feature to just burn potatoes.
yes,
And so here's why I think, because what was that tweet that Workhorse had a couple weeks ago where he was like potatoes, potatoes, potatoes. Um,
yes,
so
yes, I saw that.
I see what you're saying, Mellow Green Giant, like about it not happening right away, but gosh darn, I mean, it's like it. I don't know. Like I'm trying to read the tea leaves here and have some fun with this.
And you know what I would love too? I would love to see if you get a Gen Zero knocked out that they can't summon for like a week or something.
Yeah,
Like
that
you don't have to resurrect them, but they're depleted for a week or something like that.
that's
Summoning
smart.
cooldown timer is like huge.
Okay, so this gives us a good chance to tease next week's episode. So instead of our normal time of 9 p.m. Central Time, we're going to be on at 9 a.m. Central Time. And for any of you OGs out there that have been listening since like I don't know, like episode 20 or 30, he was our first guest on the podcast. Is that right? I
It
believe.
was either him or was it Sandwich Punch? I forget.
Oh, I can't remember now for
One
sure.
of those two.
He might have been our second guest. I think you're right now. Um, we are having the infamous Doctor Zipper coming on, and we're going to be doing some more reckless speculation and diving into what we teased last week, which is a deep dive into items and are they worth it? Items and accessories, and what is their functional and practical output and how do they impact a game. And so right now, there's a lot of statistics, math, numbers, overwhelming amount of numbers when you're looking at, this weapon has a scalar modifier for strength and for dexterity and a base power on your hero. And what does it mean at the end of the day? We're going to try to relate that to boar hunts. And so, do fast pants make you any faster? Does the Scully's eye let you hit more often? How often? And what does that mean? And so we're going to try to break that down. Again, that's instead of 9 p.m. next Monday, we're going to be on at 9 a.m. So if you can catch us live, awesome. Otherwise, make sure you tune into the replay. Okay, let's go to the giveaways.
Yeah, while you're getting that spooled up, I think the one other thing I was going to bring up about the alphas page that we're working on, we really would like to see a point where we can get a lot of the guilds have their people's wallets registered, so we could put a guild name next to those alphas
Oh, yes.
potentially for some serious guild bragging rights.
Yeah, thank you for
But
calling that out.
we would need help from everybody. We don't know what guilds people are in unless they use our guild feature to kind of get that registered so that people can have bragging rights. So consider that, listeners. Convince your guild mates to go create a guild at our site so that we can kind of start to see who's got the top dogs out there and who's really to be reckoned with.
All right. Let us spin the wheel. So, I'm going to first off do the airdrop determination. shuffling a few times tonight. Last time, plenty of debate about shuffling. Did it work or not? All
Yeah,
right.
hopefully this stream's been going smooth here, at least from what I can tell. So hopefully it's
Yeah.
better.
All right. We got a regular crystal for giveaway 1. Giveaway 2. Regular crystal.
All right.
And giveaway number 3, the final giveaway. Another regular crystal.
All
Very
right.
good. So let's jump over here into chat. As always, must be present to win. I'm going to start throwing in names here. So what do you want to talk about while I'm trying to do some name reconnaissance?
Sure. I'm trying to think if there's any other features. Oh yeah, I was gonna mention there have been some site errors recently because Dex and Dex Screener that we use for some of our backend data for the market data, inventory prices has kind of been on the fritz as people have been noticing. So, bear with us. Skillet and I work through some fixes, but if you see issues related to that, maybe let us know. Otherwise, it's kind of one of those things that we're dependent on Deck Screener for as a tool that we use as a third-party tool. So when they have issues, it kind of manifests as us having issues. So bear with us. We'll keep that under control. Try to get that fixed up. Trying to think if there's any other things I wanted to. Oh yeah, as the normal plug. You guys have features you want, post them in the chat and on our Discord in suggestion box. A lot of these ideas that we've had have come from that in some way, shape, or form. I think the box and whisker chart kind of sort of came out of that. Obviously, we took it a little more graphically than I think the person anticipated, but I saw earlier in chat, I think it was Mario of 50/50 saying that he's changed the way he levels up since we released those plots. So I'm glad that people are appreciating that.
Yeah, glad it's making a difference. Okay, so I believe yes, Renpen acoustics. You did make it onto the wheel here, so we're going to spin this in a moment, and we're going to be giving away some regular crystals. All right. Remember, you must be present to win. So if we draw your name, since the stream is working, if we draw your name, you have to claim here. All right, Red Pen, almost. It was Eric. You are the winner. All
And number
right,
one,
winner number 1.
I'll take better notes this time.
It
But yeah,
told,
again, make sure you guys DM me so I can have an address
yeah,
to send stuff to. Otherwise, we'll keep it in the bucket and we'll keep trying to give it away in future episodes.
it tolls for thee. You are
Nice.
winner number 2. And winner number 3 is Mario. Must be present to win. So, Eric is here. It tolls for thee is here. Mario, are you here? We'll give you another 30 seconds to a minute to claim present to win. Otherwise, we will spin again. All right. We're getting
Yeah, he was definitely here. Yeah, there we
Mario.
go. All right,
There we
we
go.
got him.
Excellent. Okay, well, everyone, thank you very much for tuning in tonight. As always, we spin the wheel 3 times, and there is that very elusive chance of getting that greater stone, which we do have some to give away. They're sitting in an inventory, kind of itching to get out there. So make sure you tune in next time. Must be present to win. So hopefully that is excuse enough for you to take a break on work during the next podcast, 9 a.m. Central Time next Monday with the infamous Dr. Zipper as we break into equipment and try to recklessly speculate as well. So thank you everyone for joining us tonight. Appreciate it. We love you guys and have a good night.